Beautiful pass. McKernan just forward of the centre circle. McKernan goes long. Lang led to the ball. Carey stays back in the goal square. The Kings got it.
Well, if you look at that piece of play, that's sort of what you want from Corey McKernan, taking marks and kicking down to his opposite, to his teammate there in Carey. But as you see, he just caught Barnard out, and that's one thing. If you're behind as a forward, and you get in behind your defender and it's coming over the back, it's very hard for a defender to do much about it. But I think Longmire's got Alessio down the other end, and as we just saw there, Fletcher on McKernan, and another two key matchups today.
Carey for the first goal of the game from point-blank range. Never in doubt.
Well, that's the sort of confident start that North Melbourne are looking for, and to get McKernan, for him to be in the game so early, taking marks, and to be kicking to his teammate, and just the depth of his kick, like he's just inside, just off the centre there, and he's able to drive it long down to the 10-metre square, and that's...
Ioano wins, comes down to Abraham, back he goes to Bell. Bell's kick to centre half forward. Guess who? Wayne Carey. Well, Barnard's done particularly well, even though Carey has kicked the goal and might well kick his second.
And I think Barnard needs to keep that running go. I mean, to be able to contain Wayne Carey and negate him to minimal effect is a huge task to take.
And particularly today, the game is so open. Players are just running. It's a real attacking side game. It's 40 half for the backman.
49 metres out, and that's his second.
It's going to be tough to stop today.
Yeah, and so you look to weigh it off with some attacking football from Barnard. You know, Carey may kick 5 or 6, but if Barnard can continue to run and create, he might be able to generate sufficient a number of goals in the Essendon forward line.
Well, particularly when you see Rockman running forward and getting loose, you really see that this is a game. You know, players are just not watching each other as tight as maybe they should.
And before the umpire had a chance to bounce the ball, Wayne Carey interfered with, and Wayne Carey will take a free kick right in front of goal.
And in actual fact, I'd say that I think it's Dean Solomon, is it? Has been reported. Yes, Dean Solomon had his number taken in this incident, Drew.
Well, a sensation here. Actually, the Kangaroos have kicked 4 goals, and a couple of them have been free kicks right in front. And this might be their 3rd goal from a free kick. Let's have a look at the bounce. And we just got the tail end of Solomon. And now it's a 50-metre penalty as well. And so Carey's running through this pack, having a few things to say to the Essendon players on his way to kick a gimme goal. There it is. 3 goals to Carey.
So I'll tell you what, Essendon want to be careful here. They're going to lose sight of the game.
And they're going to lose a few dollars as well.
I mean, I haven't kept the stat on how many goals North Melbourne have now kicked as a result of Essendon's free kicks against their own dismal stuff. But down at ground level, Couchy must be getting electric down there, boy.
Yeah, they're just getting upset with each other. They're just testing their own here. Wheels are just feeling each other out here. Obviously, they've targeted Wayne Carey, the Essendon players. They know if they can keep him down, and that's what they're doing. Just keep him under pressure at all occasions. He's kicked 3 already, so that's all the Essendon players are trying to upset him on every occasion.
Well, Barry Young has obviously had a lot to say, and obviously there's something going on there. There was a front page article in today's paper with Wayne and some of his personal life, and I'm not too sure whether he's reminding him of it.
Could be.
So it has been 3 goals.
On the ball, wins for the Kangaroos down to Longmire. Hand pass to Harvey. Harvey's kick to Carey, and you couldn't get better out of a centre ball up than that by the Kangaroos.
Well, it's just what's needed, because people like Shaw, Grant, McKernan, Stevens just hardly getting any of the footy, and they're really just not getting it. Harvey there getting in. Bell's giving them a little bit of a lift, getting a few possessions, but just a lot of players like Stevens has only had the ball once this quarter. Blakey's hasn't done a whole lot either. Just need it.
Kangaroos have kicked only a point in this quarter, and Carey misses what he should have kicked there. That's his first miss for the day. And fans from opposing clubs love to hate Wayne Carey. They hooted him when they took the mark, and they cheered like mad when he missed the goal.
Watch McKernan take that.
Bombers have kicked 5 in this quarter. Kangaroos still looking for their first. Here's Carey. He's had 1 shot already, missed that one. And his second quarter. He kicked 4 goals in the first quarter, 4 goals straight.
They're really relying on Carey today. Obviously, it's 4 in the first quarter. I wouldn't mind seeing Capuano coming back on the ground.
So it's 26.5 minutes gone in this quarter. Kangaroos haven't had a goalless second quarter this year. In fact, they haven't had a goalless quarter. Can their captain turn that back around their way? I reckon he has. He's got the first. So they get their first of the second quarter. It's still a long road back because Essendon really have the momentum with them.
Yeah, well, Peg, we just saw Pagan there. I think he'd be a little bit frustrated or a bit angry about what's going on. But at least he's got his captain that's standing up.
Well, they're great at delivering it in long, and McKernan's done it a couple of times to Carey, and Carey kicked accurately. Two and a half minutes remaining to half-time, and it's taken about 27 minutes for the Kangaroos to get their first goal of the quarter.
Well, Wallace has just come on the ground to pick up Carey.
Knocked on there by Bell. Comes back to McKernan. Grant dodging and weaving through the traffic. Not a bad kick, just too high for Simpson. Carey's got it. Beats one. Straightens up. 49 metres out. Great shot by Carey. Magnificent goal again.
That was absolutely magnificent. I watched what happened here on the bench. Wallace was put on. Fletcher was on Carey. Wallace went straight over, stood beside him, so he had a 2-on-1 situation. And Carey was still able to lead from that. As you see here, they got the ball out of the centre. Grant, who's really needed to lift, had the ball. It was just a little bit too long. And as you see, Carey just came out, turned Fletcher inside out, and Wallace is standing back there in the goal square. Just a great play. Just trade of a champion.
6 goals, 1 to Wayne Carey, coming off 9 goals, 3 last week. James Hird, all he can do is look on and get his views at half-time. Moorcroft and Buick working away from the centre from the defensive side. Buick out wide, Jukovic. Pickett steps around to take the front position and takes the mark. 5 goals to Matthew Lloyd at one end for the Bombers, 6 at the other for Wayne Carey for the Kangaroos. Wellman tied up in the tackle from Lang.
Free kick to Clayton.
Shane Clayton. Every game for the Kangaroos. Kicks in towards McKernan. Should have taken it. Drops it there. Alessio just toe pokes it towards the boundary line and then gives young Rawlings a little added push into the fence.
I think the Essendon player just deflected it enough for McKernan to miss it.
Alessio and Somerville, they have the big task against the tall timber of the Kangaroos. Longmire over the back towards half forward. Abraham just drops it on down, charging through as King takes a bounce. Really fine line against the boundary line there. Longmire drops it, has another go at ground level. Moorcroft flicks it on out towards Barnard. The flick was a throw, in fact.
Well, the Roos are starting to get back in the game. Just what they've needed just before half-time. They've got those couple of goals.
Harvey takes the kick, probing it towards the square. Behind is Carey, comes back a second time. Barnard in the race for the ball, bounces off his boot. And now the ball will be thrown in across this near side. Under a minute of play remaining at half-time.
Just feel that Essendon just sort of, in the last 3 minutes, have gone into a defensive mode.
They have been better while they've been attacking, Jim.
Oh, absolutely.
Longmire down, Carey, left foot, drags it back around, takes it for a 1 behind. 2 goals, 2 this quarter to Wayne Carey, following 4 goals straight in the first quarter.
They've had a few problems really knowing who the players are centre half forward, Essendon.
So the Kangaroos begin to reel it in. It's 14 points to the difference now. Here they come again from the centre bounce. Quickly into the forward line, quickly to Carey. That's the pattern of play they want.
Well, you'd never write a North Melbourne team off, even if you're 5 goals up and there's still 10 minutes left in the game. You would never write them off, and that's one of their trademarks. They just never give in, never give in.
And James, they put Anthony Stevens on the ball to just have a free rein and just unbalance the shackles on him, on Mercury.
Wayne Carey has 6 goals, 2 against his name in this game. Oh, he's got it. The captain's up to the task. He has kicked 7 goals too. So the first 3 goals of the second half are with the Kangaroos, and they're reeling it back in.
And Capuano in the middle has just dominated at the start of this quarter. They've kicked 3 goals in 3.5 minutes.
Well, this is the area where they've got to get on top, is in the middle. And as you'll see here, they're just starting to get the ball out, and Capuano getting his hand on it first time.
It's hard to mark with 10 people in the pack.
Yeah, but when you kick long like that, there's no point kicking 2 metres from the goal line. You've got to kick 10 metres out, give your forwards a chance at a crawl.
So Capuano does it again, spikes it on down towards Grant, hard up against the boundary line, towards the square. Carey's got it. Wayne Carey has taken the mark, there's no doubt about it. He's taken the angry pills today. He wants that footy. And has kicked the goal.
Well, he kicked 9 last week, and who knows what he's going to kick this week, but he's already kicked 8 goals. And we're 6 minutes in.
Carey had kicked 7 against Essendon back in '95. He kicked 7-1. There's a long way to go in this game, and he is on fire.
Not afraid to use his left foot there.
Not paid by the umpire. Abraham, off he goes from half-back. Kicks long towards half-forward, pushing, shoving. Carey does well in the front spot. No mark, calls the umpire. Wallace and Fletcher dive upon him. It's going to be bounced.
Must have hit the deck, the ground here, I think, if you have a look.
We're probably going to be blocked from view.
Must have, because the umpire was standing opposite the other side, so he would have had a clear view.
The North players were pretty happy. Metres up the ground. Robert Scott has it. He's steady. Short to Carey. Barely 10 metres. The mark paid. And Carey's got a headache as a result. And Stevens not happy with Fletcher.
He'll give away a free kick. Didn't think it was the right option. Like, the guy was hardly 10 metres away.
And he's still too far out to score. Carey bombs it long. McKernan's there. Gets up.
Simpson wastes no time into King. A little bit of room to run, and then kicks a 60-metre line towards Carey. There's the pattern of play. Kick it long to Wayne.
Tell you what, uneasy confident, just holding that up with one hand there. You'll see he just holds Fletcher out. Uses his left hand to hold him out. Takes it one hand, very confident, very cocky. It's a bit like dunking in basketball. You do it in your teammate's face.
9 goals, 3 at the SCG last Saturday night. Has kicked 8-2 here this afternoon. Now it's 9 goals, 2. Well, that's not a bad return, is it? 17 goals, 5 in his last 7 quarters of footy.
Well, that's a pretty good statistic there.
18-5.
Is it?
He kicked 11 goals against Melbourne in '96. Is that right, Drew?
Yeah, he kicked 11 against you. Don't you remember?
Yeah, I know. I remember him and McKernan. They just went crazy. They couldn't do anything.
And the Kangaroo bench, Shane Clayton, Adam Lang, John Longmire and Brady Rawlings.
It'd be interesting. Who would you guys pick to win this game at this stage? 1 goal in it.
I've been impressed that Essendon haven't foregone the lead since early in the game. Each time the Kangaroos have come, they've stood up. And here come the Kangas again. Into half forward. Blumfield slaps it on out wide. Johnson overruns it. This allows Carey to get onto the loose ball. Left foot, standing all alone, is Winston Abraham.
There was a lot of talk during the week about whether they could get 70,000 here today. Well, there's 68,831.
And I reckon there's another 20,000 now who wished they had come to see these 2 fine forwards in action, Lloyd and Carey.
Oh, yes.
But also there's 2 kick. It's good. Finds Clayton, Shane Clayton. Centres the ball now towards centre half forward, looking for Carey and finds him. All too easy for Wayne Carey. Turns it back around now. Harvey will take this and keep running. He'll plant it back into the grandstand. He does.
This is what we were talking about. The Roos will just never give in. 2 goals in it, and now they've pegged 1 back.
Well, you've got a couple of goal shooters who kicked a cricket score, but the last 2 goals of the game, one given off by Lloyd, one given off by Carey. It was curl the most up.
What I'm not too sure if you noticed, though, if you see the kick in here to Carey, but all the Essendon players just sort of looked. They didn't even go for the foot. Just watched.
Far too easy for the ball to be taken by Carey there.
And I think they're also just watching their own man instead of actually going at the
taking the foot.
Looking around and seeing passengers flying past in commercial jets.
Throw in 10 metres around from the behind post. Carey, he's done it earlier. He's shown his magic. This time it's offline. One behind.
At the 18-minute mark, they really need a goal here, just to put Essendon under a bit of pressure again.
He's only kicked double figures once in his life, 11 against Melbourne.
And by himself, needs to turn around and go on quickly. There's Carey. He's out at 50.
We talked about Bell earlier, dropping back, getting a lot of kicks, but now's when he needs to get up the ground.
Carey outside 50, looking for the extra distance, has lost the accuracy and are behind.
So there's not much point now when you're 2 or 3 goals, or 2 goals and a bit down, to be having extra man on your back.
To Corey McKernan, he's worked at the task throughout the day as well.
I told to play on, and away he goes. A long bomb to Carey. Is the only hope there, and no hope. Comes to the front of the pack. Simpson a high ball. Out in front of goal. Carey, another effort. Great stuff. Well, he was in one marking contest, and then 30 metres away at another one.
Well, the crowd, for some reason, are booing him. But yet he's about to kick his 10th goal.
I think the booing is only as a result of that there are far more Bomber fans here than there are Kangaroo fans.
Carey for number 10. And that's the second time in his career he's kicked double figures.
Really, I must admit, like when you've got a champion like that kicking 10 goals, you can't boo him. You've got to, even if you're supporting the opposition, you've got to applaud good players playing good footy. And what we've been treated today is just an excellent game of football.
This is the impressive part here. So Carey was in that first contest, as Drew called. Then he's got on his bike and he's covered some 40 metres to get the next mark.